Now, when did you last check how much sugar there was in your cereal? You probably just took it out of the cupboard and had a big bowl full, didn't you? Well, today the makers of what is in your breakfast bowl are being criticised for not being clear enough on how much sugar is actually in it. Campaigners say their failure to use the traffic light system on the front of their packs is nothing short of a scandal. Well, Kawther Hashem is a nutritionist and she has been working with the campaign group Action on Sugar. Okay, Kawther, we've got some boxes of cereal with us here. A lot of them you may recognise from your cupboard. Talk us through what companies are or aren't doing. Is there a good example here of what a company should be doing?
Absolutely. So most of the supermarkets have this colour-coded labelling, and this is an example of one where you could see, actually they've highlighted to us that for sugar, it's red. And that's very easy at a glance. You know, this is a quite sugary product, and yes, it's a frosted one, but you have other examples of perhaps clusters which you might not necessarily think is a sugary product. They will highlight it if it's red.
So that's a supermarket own brand and they're getting it right. They're doing this traffic light system. But if you go for, say, an own brand, say Kellogg's, for example.
So Kellogg's doesn't have, it still has a front of pack labelling, but it's not colour coded. And I think because they've already gone as far as putting it on the front of the pack, because traditionally most companies will just put it on the side or on the back, they might as well just make it colour coded, so it makes it easier for consumers, because they'll see those two products on a supermarket shelf and they want to compare easily, particularly if you're buying for children, you want to go for amber or greens, they could easily at a glance see if it's amber or green for sugars. At the moment they can't see it. For Nestle products, you also can't see it. They've got it over here, but it's not colour coded. And I just think when people are busy in a supermarket,
it's completely black and white, and I would read that, and I think I'm quite good at nutrition, but even I would look and go, oh, okay, that's got 6 grams of sugar in it. Is that a lot? Is that not a lot?
So for a child who their maximum intake should be only 19 grams a day, that's a significant proportion of that 19 grams. So I think it's really important that companies make it very easy for consumers to see when it's red for salt.
So just to fix it in your mind, as it were, a bowl of, for example, Cheerios, other brands of course available, etc., etc., it would be 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, which looks a little bit like this. And then if you have a week's worth, though, the build-up is huge. It's over 10.
For a child, that's a significant amount. And for children,
especially when they're eating and drinking other stuff with sugar in as well in the diet.
Exactly.
So what's the best rule of thumb? Because obviously you're not just looking at cereals, are you? You're looking at the rest of a child's diet as well. And this traffic light system isn't on everything, is it? It's certainly not on the stuff that children want, like chocolate and sweets.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's very important for parents to look at the labels and try to choose the companies that are having those traffic light colours, and perhaps choose less of the red, perhaps a bit more of the amber and much more of the green, and then also for those companies to help those consumers by putting it across, over 100,000 products in supermarkets. We want to see them all colour coded for people to make that decision at a glance very quickly, because we don't really have time to spend too much looking at labels.
I mean, I must admit, we have spoken about this before, and when the traffic light system came in, people thought, oh, that's going to make it easier. But it's not actually a hard and fast rule. Companies, as we see, are tinkering with it. Do you think the government should be doing more?
Absolutely. I think it should be pushed and encouraged more by the government for all companies to have it on all their products. It will only work and people will only see the benefits of it if we can see it across all products and we could compare between them. At the moment, if you have some that don't actually have any front of pack labelling and some that have their own colours, like blue, and some that have colour coded, that's not very easy for consumers to compare between products.
Okay, cool. A lot of people I know avoid cereal for their children for precisely this reason, because they just assume that it's all got a lot of sugar in it. What would be the top breakfast for a child to have?
Weetabix. Perhaps mix it
would want to eat.
Weetabix is probably by far the best.
So
perhaps a brown flakes.
Okay.
Mix it with fresh fruit, maybe with yogurt instead of milk, and that would just add more flavour to it.
Excellent. It's all about the flavour, isn't it, when you're a child? Kawther, thank you very much indeed. I'm going to take a quick look at